My name is J.Carroll. I wrote about a crime syndicate member named Joseph Marcello, um, who was Italian and moved to Chicago as a young adult to pursue a life of crime. The story follows him through his early stages, all throughout Prohibition, and a life of crime, up until the late 30s. I chose this character because I thought writing about a mob member in Chicago would be a fun topic to write about. I also had a lot of creative freedom in what direction I wanted to go with this character. Um, I knew going into it that it would be a fun topic to write about, and I chose a lot of the storylines based on where I was going with the character, whether it was a love story or times of hardship, and many of the journal prompts I selected were reflective of how I thought the character would feel at the time. One of the things that was most difficult for me was to make the journal feel legitimate and authentic while also trying to provide enough SFI to make the project informative. But I overcame that by using different creative ways to include information from my character's perspective. Overall, I think the project was pretty fun. Although it was difficult, it was a fun and interesting take on the regular monthly journals that we have to submit, and I did enjoy it.
October 29th, 1929. What are your attitudes towards money? If there's one thing I've learned in my time in Chicago, it's to be careful with your money. In the gang, we like our money the old-fashioned way, real and lots of it in our hands. We get our money in many ways, most of which involve physical interactions. In an effort to appear more clean, we've invested some but very little money into the stock market. So when I read in this morning's newspaper that the newfangled stock market with fancy fake money had crashed, safe to say I wasn't shocked. With all that big talk and invisible money, something was bound to go wrong. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that this was our opportunity to seize. Folks will be out of work and will have no choice but to offer manpower to the outfit. Sad, unemployed people will want to drink their sorrows away in our speakeasies. However, none of these possibilities are the most lucrative. From now on, the gang will introduce its newest market, loans. Banks do it, why can't we? We'll lend money to these poor broke bastards who can't get money from the bank, force ridiculous interest rates, and give them a little extra persuasion to pay off debts. Truthfully, America's time of hardship may introduce the mafia into an era of prosperity.